Morning, February the 25th, 8:01 in the morning. I'm first morning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, right at 8 o'clock, give or take a few seconds if Stella's being a little needy or if traffic's a little rough. But we chat about what's going on in the world of weather. And right off the top, let's just say the top two things we're watching, same as yesterday. It's a wonderful start. Yeah, there's a little bit of fog to deal with, but we're also watching out for the potential, once again, of record heat. So let's get right to it. This morning, it may be wonderful, but there is some patchy fog that we are tracking. That's a shot in downtown Orlando, and you can kind of see that haze on the horizon. Not talking about dense fog advisories, but take a look at some of these visibility numbers. Orlando's fine. It's kind of north of the metro and south of the metro. A quarter-mile visibility there in DeLand, a quarter-mile visibility in Palm Coast, half-mile visibility New Smyrna Beach. Notice down around St. Cloud, also watching a little fog. And if your travels take you down toward like Legoland and the new Peppa Pig theme park, which is a thing apparently, we're watching a little bit of fog that way as well. So just keep that in mind. Yes, there is a little bit of fog that we are dealing with this morning, but that burns off, makes way for another unbelievable day. I am so happy to talk about that. 73, our 9 o'clock temperature. It's comfortable now, but we do watch those temperatures climb. 79 by 11 o'clock, 84 by 1, 88 degrees, our high temperature. Talking about the potential for records? Yes, we are. Nikki, good morning to you. Nancy, Vanessa's Life over on YouTube. Good morning to you. Marie, good morning, good morning. Joanne, Marie, hope you're doing well. Excuse me, Jamie over on YouTube. Oh my goodness, hold on. I need my fuel. The only thing better than freshly microwaved coffee is freshly brewed coffee. Oh well. John, good morning. Hope all goes well with you, buddy. Jenny, good morning. Vet Mac Mac. What's your actual name? Still too hot, you say, though. I can understand that. I don't agree. I enjoy warm temperatures for selfish reasons. But yeah, we're definitely above average. That is for sure. Esther, good morning to you. Patty, oh my goodness. I don't like hearing that. I'm sure Jacqueline D'Agostino's on that. Charles says, good morning. Pleasant scooter ride this morning. First time without a jacket in a while. That's not a bad thing at all, bud. Good morning to you. Brian, good morning. Marie, how are you? Good morning, good morning. I missed something, I guess. You can have coffee now. Yeah, yep. I'm able to have coffee again. Isn't it nice? I love it. Irene, good morning to you. So we talk about temperatures and records. Let's compare temperatures and records, okay? Average highs are in the 70s. Today, as a matter of fact, our average high has ticked up to 77 degrees. Of course, we're at 88, so we are nowhere near the average. Area-wide, we're actually running above average in terms of temperature. So let's take that and actually extrapolate that out and look at records. Today, I think in Orlando... Oh, that's the wrong graphic. I'm like, what's going on here? Hold on. I did the wrong one. That's my fault. I thought I prepped it. There's the right one. See, it ruins the momentum of the coffee talk. There you go. 88 degrees is the forecast high temperature in Orlando. 90 degrees is the record. So yeah, we're definitely in record territory. Sanford, you'll be close. I think Leesburg, you'll probably get to your record today. Notice Daytona Beach. You're not all that far from a record, frankly. In Melbourne, I think we'll be a few notches away from record. So it's definitely going to be a toasty day. All right, so that's the big focal point when we look to the forecast. It is a nice, hot forecast for today. But do notice there is a cold front north of us that will be working our direction. And all it does is it flicks the word hot out and it brings warm back. Don't think for a second we're getting nice and chilly this weekend. As a matter of fact, we're not. It's just resetting the heat a little bit. We're staying warm. And then look what happens Sunday into Monday. Another front moves in, will help to bring in some comfy temperatures, but it also helps to blossom up some rain chances. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and then we can dive deeper into, of course, our rainfall forecast. For us today, dry, gorgeous, near record heat, 88 degrees our high temperature. For tomorrow, a great start. Notice the temperatures are not going to be quite as warm, mid-80s. Sunday, same idea. And I think late in the day Sunday, we'll have the opportunity to see some showers. Yes, we'll take a look at Futurecast here in a moment. And then Monday, you know what's interesting is Monday, there's those showers. I think those showers may even linger into Tuesday, and that means we may not be looking at as great of a forecast for the GOES-T launch. If you're a weather nerd, you know that there is a big rocket launch here from the Cape on Tuesday. It's United Launch Alliance on their Atlas. They're launching GOES-T, which is another weather satellite, and I can tell you, we will be benefiting from this brand new satellite technology. It's the next generation, the next step forward in weather tracking satellites. We have GOES-East, we have GOES-West, so this is going to continue that trend. So big launch. I plan on being at the Cape Monday to kind of get information on the rocket, and we'll have to figure out, if I'm able to do reports on Monday on that in the afternoon, and then Tuesday's the rocket launch, but hopefully the weather will improve for that rocket launch. And then Wednesday, so here's how this is all going to work next week, since we're just talking about it. Monday, we're tracking those showers, normal coffee talk. Tuesday, when I see you for coffee talk, we will be chatting in depth on the 2022 hurricane season forecast. I will release it on the interwebs on wesh.com. We'll, of course, have Jeremy Nelson on Coffee Talk to chat. But then after that, I go right into rocket launch mode. Then Wednesday, I will be talking about my hurricane forecast on Wesh TV. Yeah, because I'm going to be out at the rocket launch Tuesday. So, yeah. It's just the way that goes. We'll be there in 11 days hoping for lovely weather. This time of year, listen, if it tells you anything, I got married in March. My brother, Frank, got married in March. My brother, Jason, got married in March. The weather's not so bad here in the month of March. Yeah. Not so bad at all. Is Trail Mix in? Somebody said hello. Nikki said hello to Trail Mix. I didn't see him if he was in. Maybe he is, and then just in comment. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Carolyn says, T will replace current GOES-West, which has issues with its imager almost from the time it reached orbit. Exactly. And as is anything, it benefits the entire meteorological community. Bonnie, I want to go with you to the rocket launch. We'll just throw you on the back of the weather lab. Are we done with highs in the 70s, you think? We literally have highs in the 70s on our 7-day forecast. So no, we're not done with highs in the 70s. Wow, all 3 in March must be a special month. You know what's so funny, too, is I don't think we realized, obviously my brother Frank was the first to get married, and he set March. And then Jason, I don't think, checked in with Frank when he got married in March. And I know that I didn't check in with either of them when I got married in March. I looked at it from a weather guy perspective. I can't speak to my other brothers, but I looked at it from a weather perspective. I think it's pretty funny when you think about it. So this weekend, yes, we do have a cold front moving through, but it is not chilling us. Instead, it's just kind of hitting the pause on the heat. What a great weekend that looks like. Both days get the check mark. Both days have bright sunshine. Both days high temperatures in the mid-80s. And also stay above average. We just go from kind of near record heat to more average heat. Heather, good morning to you, beautiful. How are you? Darlene, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Oh, John, strap you. We'll put you on the roof rack. We'll put you on the roof rack of the weather lab. Right next to the thermometer. Melissa says 6-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. Mazel tov. My 5 years coming up. Good gravy. Good gravy. That's crazy. Man, oh man. Cheryl, good morning to you. Frank, I just said okay when the boss said we're getting married in March. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so it was Crystal. It was one of the new Burrises that decided that. Kenneth says, so you all got married in March. Cool. My 2 cousins and I have March birthdays. There you go. That's not bad. Fishing weather, Cindy says. Oh, it's so nice. I mean, seriously, this weather's so nice. Of course, it's Mardi Gras season over at Universal Studios. That means that we've got a concert. John Party. Is it now? I know that I'm a Dave Matthews guy. Like, that's 90% of the music I listen to. Is it bad that I don't know who John Party is? Do I know his work? Is it bad? Jenny says, of course it warms up. It was so chilly I bought my son more school pants. Now he probably won't need them. Isn't that the way that goes, right? Time flies, Chris says. Time flies, Chris says, when you're having fun. Mercy says, beware, my dear, the Ides of March. It's so true, the Ides of March. That was one thing that I didn't want to get married in the Ides. I married my weather nerd on March 5,556 days ago. No, I'm just kidding. 6 years ago. 5.56 years. What? On a rainy afternoon. Well, rain says good luck. On 556, I don't know what that means, Mercy. 556. You didn't marry 556 years ago, and if you did, please tell us your secret. We need a weather bus. That's right. That's right. 20 years. Wow. Frank, it's been almost 20 years that you've been married, and I remember when you get older, you're able to say things like, I remember 20 years ago like it was yesterday. I literally remember I remember your wedding. And that was almost 20 years ago. Good God. That's wild. He's a country artist. Okay. Country music. Got it. Okay, that makes me feel a little better about life. Marie says, going to listening mode for a little bit, mommy duties. Well, thanks for hanging out. Do your mommy duty. Listen, a lot of times I'll take calls while I'm doing the dishes, and everybody's like, hey, can you do this real fast? And I'm like, no, I'm doing dishes with my AirPods in. We can talk, but I can't do anything right now. Don says his voice is horrible. That's not nice. Oh, man, somebody likes him, obviously. Jeez Louise. Country singer born 1985, Kenneth says. Oh, so he's younger than I am. Okay, there's that. Mercy says 56 years ago. Wow, that's amazing. 56 years ago. Congratulations. How's Pop? He's good. He's actually getting transferred from one facility to another today, which is a good thing. So, yeah. So can I tell you this? Talking about my dad, can I share this with you? So yesterday, I've got a bottle of cleaner on the shelf. How did it end up on the shelf? That's going to annoy me. Hold on. Let me get this off the shelf. That's not supposed to be on the shelf. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, Dad. Okay, so yesterday, I get into the room and Dad's like, hey, buddy. And I say, well, Dad's more like, hey, buddy. And I said, hey. And he does this. And he picks his arm up to give me a fist bump. And I'm like, oh, fist bump. And he's like, no, I can lift my arm up. And I'm like, oh, God, you can lift your arm up. So he's now able to, I mean, it's, it's a little loose. It's a little, it's a little weak, but he's able to lift one of his arms up. That's something. I'll take that success. That's a great success. It's not huge, but I don't know. I think that's kind of huge. Yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited for that. Chris, we need to get you a Starship replica for that. I know. I need to get. I found some space models. I need to get a Starship. I need to get a Falcon 9, but I want like a sooty. Looks like it's been flown first stage booster of the Falcon 9. Yeah, I need to get some space models to go on there. And frankly, that doesn't even... Chopper 2 doesn't even look like that anymore. We got, Chopper 2 was repainted. So, I don't... Maybe I'll keep that as just... I mean, I'm going to keep that. I paid money for it. But, I don't know that... maybe I'll just keep that as the Chopper 2 because that was the Chopper 2 when I started at WESH. Same helicopter, same ship, just different... Just a different livery. Yeah. Let's see here. Celebrate the small victories. Oh, it was great. Well, what was so funny is I was like, how did I not even recognize that? And he's like, well, because you're used to doing the fist bump. And I said, I know, but that's just such a huge victory. Denise says, that's great news. Those are baby steps, the greatest under any circuit. It's true. It's true. One step forward every day. And to me, even if it's one step forward, as long as we're not taking steps backward, we're doing okay. That's at the end of the day, that's where we're at. That's the way I feel. Susan, good morning to you. Any step forward is huge. And thank you, Joanne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got it, Kenneth. Okay. Becca, I miss Chopper Dan. I do too, but he's having all kinds of wonderful adventures. Yeah, he's having all kinds of wonderful adventures in his new position. So I do miss Chopper Dan. We used to talk aviate. I don't even know who the helicopter pilot is now. With COVID and all that, we've kind of been apart from each other. So I have no idea who's even flying the thing. Let's see, Jenny, Eric, you need something like my hubs has. It's 3-foot tall space shuttle Lego. Wouldn't fit on the shelves. Well, that's the thing. I can't do something that big. Whatever I do, it needs to fit on the shelf there. Because I don't, if I have a 3-foot tall space shuttle Lego, then it's going to become a no foot tall space shuttle Lego because Eric's going to come in like a wrecking ball and just start playing. So it needs to be something that I can, oh, I hit the wrong button. It needs to be something that I can say, no, that's not a toy. That's decoration, Yeah. Beverly, what'd you miss? I don't even know. What did you miss? Talking about the heat. Today it's going to be nice and warm. Let's look real fast. I haven't done this in a while. I just want to look and see if this is still showing up here. I want to look at some raw model data. I don't even know if the model would pick up on it. It's so far out. No, it's not. Okay. I was just looking for the Florieaster. Because the BSR is showing the Florieaster. And that's a part of the hurricane forecast. So, I was just looking to see. But yeah, it's too far out still for the model. Oh well. Becca, did you hear that Summer had her baby? Yeah, Jeannie told me that. I didn't see it. I wasn't really on much of the social media yesterday, but yeah, I did. I did see that. The wife told me about it. It was such a great night yesterday. It was. And we've got great weather. What are you doing to enjoy? What are you doing to enjoy? Are you going out to Disney today? If so, look at that. I mean, lower, mid, upper 80s. It's so nice. I plan on doing some work in the pool. No, I'm just kidding. Doing some yard work and then jumping in the pool. But one thing to remember is that while it's not summer yet, the UV index is still in that high category. It takes you about a half an hour or so to burn. So for what it's worth, just remember that. Is WESH having a hurricane special again this year? Barb, we're doing one every year. We absolutely are. We absolutely are. But way ahead. I mean, look, we're in February, for God's sake. But way ahead of that, just a reminder. Just a reminder. Next Tuesday, you don't want to miss it. We're going to go over our entire hurricane season forecast. That is the focal point of Tuesday's Coffee Talk. We're not even going to talk local weather. I'll post local weather so that you know. Yeah, look at that. March 1st. I love it. I got the go-ahead from the boss yesterday, so I'm okay with that. It's snowing here, Carrie says. That's a whole other world. Nikki, heading to UCF tonight to go to the Mercy Me collective concert with two of my best girls. Oh, that sounds great, Nikki. I love that. Going to be on our pontoon boat this weekend on the St. John's. Looks like a great weekend to do it. Don't forget the sunscreen, though, Dawn. Don't forget. Happily staying inside the AC here. Shannon, I need to change the AC filter. Speaking of that. Denise raking leaves in the backyard. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Mindy says Orlando City soccer season starts Sunday. Does it? Then we need to do that. I'm texting that to Kellyanne right now so that she can do the graphic if she wants it. Christine says, so eager to see the hurricane forecast. And let me tell you what's neat about, so the way that we do it is this. And if you're new to the hurricane forecast world, here's the way that we do it, okay? Coffee Talk at 8. Tuesday, a special edition. We're not talking forecast. We are strictly talking about hurricane season, okay? All right, so we'll start by going over last year, talking about the storms that impacted us, our hurricane forecast, what we did right, what we did wrong, some new theories. Then we start looking ahead to this year. What indicators from past historical years are showing up this year? We actually reached out to Phil Klotzbach at Colorado State University to get some information from him. Just some data that he has access that isn't as easily accessible. And found some interesting little statistics that you may be interested in. I know you're going to be interested in it. We're including that in our hurricane forecast. And then we're going to look at the whole area, the whole hot spots. What are the hot spots for 2022? Then we get into the individual hot spots. And what's super neat is I went and got as much satellite archive data as I could. So not only are we going to be able to look at hotspots, we're going to actually be able to show you the data from that. Yeah. I think we're all ready. And then right after Coffee Talk, we're going to put the full write-up online at wesh.com. And we're doing it in conjunction with our sister station, WJCL. Chief meteorologist there, Jeremy Nelson. He'll be joining me on Coffee Talk. And we'll be doing our full kit, kat, and caboodle together. Yeah, so something to look forward to. Carolyn, where did you get the archived satellite data? From NASA, of all places. Yeah. Like, for example, I'll show you, because it's not a secret at all, the Florester. Let me go into my hurricane forecast section. The Florester. Here's the satellite archive data from the Florester. Yeah, so we'll talk more about that. But there's the Florester. Yeah, and I got it from NASA. And I'll just show you real briefly. That's when it recycles. It's January 3rd. So November 6th and January 13th. There it goes. Look at it. Starting to spin again off that East Coast. Yep. There's that Florester again. There's that news van again. So, yeah. That's one part of the hurricane forecast. You got a preview. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop giving it away now. Looking forward to it. Thanks for sharing. Have to run. Bye, Tracy. Be good. Christine says, I have become such a weather nerd thanks to you. I love it. Well, thank you, Christine. I hope to only continue to harvest your inner nerddom. Bring it out to the surface. Ask all the questions. That's what we're here for. Holy moly, that's so awesome. It gets better and better every year. As long as you learn. Chris, look, I mean, when I think, I've spent now 20 years in weather, which is already like a lot to process. But when I think of how much better we've gotten, it's incredible. That's number one. Number two, the long range forecasting. The more we do it, the more we're able to learn. Yeah. Alex says first name on the list, going to be a big one. Let's hope not, Alex. Speaking of names on the list, Alex, of course, is referring to the 2022 storm name list. Thanks for being the first, Alex. Do we have a Bonnie in here? A Colin? A Danielle? No one roars like Gaston. No one soars like Gaston. Brian, I ended up just doing my recipe because I didn't get your message. Did you send it to me? If so, I didn't get it, bud. I'll have to check. Denise, my dad was a computer programmer for NASA many years ago. Wow, very cool. NASA's a big player with weather satellites. Had someone from NASA tell me meteorologists shouldn't be involved in the development of sensors. Then I told him I was a Met. Whoops. Well, but to be fair, I think involvement is different than designing. Because when it comes to like Doppler, for example, I learned some radar in meteorology school, but I learned more about radar from our engineers at the station because radar is not a meteorology tool. It's an engineering tool. We just use the meteorology side, but the more you dive into the engineering side, the more you understand it. So, yeah. Alex says, I thought last year they retired the names list or something. Can you clear that up for me? Yeah, so what they did, last year they said no more Greek alphabet. They now have a secondary names list. So every year we still have the names, but instead of going through a Greek alphabet, we now have a secondary names list, which is, of course, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Well, the secondary names list is there somewhere. Anyway, yeah. All right, that's enough. It is 8:28. That's enough for Coffee Talk. Just a reminder, be here next Tuesday. You'll get first dibs, and you'll get the chance to ask the questions. Any questions you have, so start thinking about it. Start thinking about questions you may have for the hurricane season forecast. Bob, are we going to have to use the secondary names list this year? I guess you're just going to have to tune in to the March 1st Coffee Talk to find out. Yeah. I guess you'll just have to find out. All right, listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you guys and gals this afternoon at 3:30 for the afternoon Coffee Talk, where we are chatting more in depth on our weekend forecast, okay? All right, be the sunshine.